Milestone is here repairing our air conditioning, and Alan can't wait to tell everyone about it.
Milestone fixed our AC. Milestone fixed our AC.
We fix, install, and maintain your AC. Call Milestone today for the Milestone tune-up for just $129.
Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Cave Chatter. I'm your host, Justin, here on November 1st, 2021. It's been a long week, Cameron. Long week. How are you doing?
I made it through the weekend unscathed. Luckily, nothing major happened as of right now, and I don't think anything crazy has happened. I am undefeated across my leagues this week.
That's good.
First time this year.
Congrats.
I've had my best week of the
What are you in one
season.
league?
Huh?
You in one league?
I am in 5. Gotta double check that. Yeah. 5-0 this week. First time that's happened this year. But I do have a winning record in every league. Like I said, good week for me. Cowboys got that victory. Not so much a good week for you, though. Is that right?
You're right. So, I have Derrick Henry in like 7 leagues.
And how many of them are your money leagues?
All 3 of them. Actually, two out of 3.
Oh, you only have that? Okay. I thought you had them in more of your money leagues.
Nope.
Oh, you're only in 3 money leagues?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So 2 out of 3. But that's not even the point. The point is I traded hand and foot for that dude.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, in multiple or just ours?
Multiple. One league I traded Nick Chubb and Aaron Jones for him.
Dang. Hopefully that one's not for money, huh?
No, that's why, but he was getting like 60 points a game because it has bonuses.
Yeah.
I was like, it's worth it.
Well, in our one of our 2 money leagues we're in together, I gave you Derrick Henry
For Adams.
for Derrick Henry and Pittman.
Yeah,
So I
Pittman's
did help
good.
you out with Pittman for Adams, Waller, Carr.
And I got Hawkinson too.
You did. I got Waller, Carr,
And
Adams, and Damian Harris.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty happy with that trade. I'm 7-1 in that league. So
Yeah. Today has literally been. I feel like I've been grieving all day.
yeah, you've been pretty miserable, pretty annoying, all the above. But
I do have to say something about Derrick Henry. He finally got hurt.
It's over when it's over.
His streak of being invincible. No more Superman.
I do not want to take any blame for
cursed
this.
him.
I will say I did make a comment about just that last week.
You cursed him.
And what have I been saying? I've been saying all year, not on the podcast, but off. I've been talking to people in the league that I had Derrick Henry in. Somebody asked me, he's like, why the heck did you trade Derrick Henry? I was like, man, they just give him so many touches. I worry too much about injury. I know he's never got hurt before. So I've said it off of this, but last week was the first time I actually said, you know what? The dude's invincible. The guy can't get hurt. Maybe I should have held on to him. And then what do you know? This week he goes out.
But guess what?
What?
It does not matter.
Okay.
Because I got
You've
Diggs.
given up?
And 2, I picked up a man named Derek Gore. There's a new Derek in town.
Go Derek for Derek swap.
He already has a touchdown in his first game with the Chiefs.
Right, yeah, tonight.
So if you
this
listen
is
to this,
Monday night.
If you listen to this tomorrow morning, go pick up Derek Gore, stash him away because
I can just imagine 5 minutes after he's saying this, he's just gonna get hurt live, or he's gonna fumble, or something's gonna happen. That it's like, okay, well, never mind.
well, because you spoke that.
No,
You're
I'm
running
not
back
saying
cursor.
it. I'm not. If that's the case, then I'm gonna.
You freaking praise Chubb. Guess what? He gets hurt.
Yeah, but I didn't say he would get hurt.
You cursed Kareem Hunt. You wished every week to get him to get hurt.
I didn't wish, but I didn't.
No, you
I was never
wished.
against it. I was never against it. That's fair. Yeah, I'm just, I would say I was like, I'm gonna just keep my mouth shut on this, but I got to talk about it. I'm gonna keep giving my opinions. I do not have enough power to curse these people. I'm a happy person. If anything, my curse would be that they have the best game of their lives the next week. That's my curse.
That's literally how you curse Derrick Henry.
I don't have that power. I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, anyways, today's agenda, I do want to say I am so sorry. And my prayers and thoughts are for all Derrick Henry fantasy football owners.
That's brutal, man.
Our seasons are over. Done. Unless you have my team.
Yeah, I was going to say, McCaffrey has been just as brutal, but at least there's hope that he's going to be back.
Henry.
If you didn't give up on him. Henry being out for the season. Oh, Daniel Jones. Being out for the season that's a big blow to a lot of teams.
I still think he might come back.
So, once we do... unless we're just doing the injury segment right now.
I'm about to share the agenda.
Okay.
We'll hop into it.
We'll do that first.
So the agenda today is we're going to talk about our key injuries. R.I.P. Derrick Henry. Discussions for the Cave. My season's dead. Cave Nugget, and then our main topic is just going to be about trades and what we could expect at the trade deadline tomorrow. I know we're all looking forward to it. I am really hoping that Adrian Peterson does not start and that they trade Marlon Mack to Tennessee Titans.
Oof. Little tease there.
Yeah. So, first things first, injuries. Let's start with James Robinson. Take it away.
Yeah, so James Robinson left yesterday's game in the second quarter, I believe. A little bit of worry. They were thinking it was an ankle injury, but today they came out and said it was a heel bruise, and he's right now considered day-to-day. It's not a serious injury is what they're saying. He is, as of Monday, he's questionable, obviously, for this week's game against Buffalo coming up. So, with today being Monday, there's 6 days until their game. A lot could change between now and then. I think it's a really good sign that there was no serious injury.
Yes, they said he avoided a serious injury.
Yeah, and it's not like they're going to be saving him for anything. It's like if he's healthy, play him.
Yeah.
There's not a Dak situation going on here. They're not a good team that they want to rest somebody a little longer if they need to. So my hope is he'll be back. A little selfish. I literally, in 2 different leagues, I just traded for James Robinson this week.
Yeah, you're welcome. A little karma.
Well, that's fine. He missed a half of football. Okay, might come back. But if he doesn't, Carlos Hyde is the backup. Carlos Hyde took over for him.
Got 13 points.
Yep, after Robinson went out, it looks like he had 9 carries, 32 yards, 6 catches, 40 yards. I need to get his name right because this is a little tough on this one. I'm not going to try. Dari Ogunbowale was the third string back.
Let's just call him Dio.
Dio, I like that. Ogunbowale is not hard, but yeah, Dio.
Oh, what's his last name? It starts with O, right?
Ogunbowale.
Yeah, Dio. I thought you said Ogunbowale.
So if James Robinson is out, he would be in line to be the backup. I liked he had 2 carries. He looked decent in those 2 carries.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine that if Robinson's out, they're going to be like, all right, Carlos Hyde is now the workhorse back for this game. Because they have been kind of splitting, not necessarily splitting, but Carlos Hyde as the backup to Robinson has been getting quite a bit of run in these games. He's gotten at least 15% of snaps in every game. So James Robinson, you're going to have to look later on in the week to, keep updated on his status for the game. As of Monday, he is questionable.
Honestly, we'll talk about that later. So yes, James Robinson's questionable. That's more of a later discussion. I want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Third injury. I saw this live.
Oh, yeah.
It was, my bad. So we started 4th and now 3rd. I was counting down. But yes, second injury. Robert Tonyan. ACL out for the season. I watched it live. It was dirty. Was not looking pretty. Happened right in front of me.
Yeah.
It was sad to see too, because it was like a 25-yard gain, 30-yard gain. He just made a move, and I saw him try to get up and rolling around. I knew he was done.
It's really unfortunate. Nowadays, I feel like you can just always tell whenever it's an ACL injury because nobody touches them and they take all their weight off their leg and fall to the ground, and it's instantly like, oh crap, he probably just tore his ACL.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Tunyon's out. Their other tight end, Mercedes Lewis.
I like him.
Dude has to be. He's 37 years old. My gosh.
He's smart.
He's good. He maybe I thought he scored a touchdown last week. Did he score but it was out of bounds?
Yes.
Was that in this game?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember like seeing on Twitter, it was like, wait,
good,
Mercedes Lewis is still
barely out.
Yes, yeah. He had the one-handed grab, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember it was on Twitter, but I was like, wait, Mercedes Lewis is still in the NFL? So he is has been their backup tight end. Yes. Well, he and Deguara. But, I mean, Tunyon hadn't been that great. That, honestly, was going to be one of his better games.
Yeah, that's why I was sad.
The season.
I started him
Obviously,
too.
A lot of people were out. Mm-hmm. But he had 3 catches, 49 yards before the injury. Hopefully, well, I say hopefully. I had taken Tunyon in a couple of leagues. And what are we in, week 8?
Yeah.
I had already moved on from him. So I had already, after his very slow start, he had, through the first 6 weeks, he only had 1 game with more than 3 points, fantasy points. So
that's a lot to do with Randall Cobb being back in Green Bay, too.
Yeah. So hopefully he wasn't somebody you were depending on at this point. But ACL injury, season ender. Gonna have to look for some depth pickups at tight end because I wouldn't say any of those backup Packers tight ends are going to be viable, especially with receivers coming back.
I would say some
week.
reliable tight ends on your waivers, or might be Mo Cox, Colts,
maybe if he's there.
Usama.
I think you're talking about the Cincinnati.
Yeah,
CJ Uzomah.
Yeah.
I think people have already figured him out.
He's still available in some of my leagues.
Yeah, so I'm just looking right now. This is based off sleeper app numbers.
Ingram.
Evan Ingram. Pat Freiermuth, the Pittsburgh tight end, only has about 25% rostered in sleeper. Dan Arnold, Jacksonville tight end. Only rostered in 11% of leagues, and he obviously just got to Jacksonville and had 8 catches, 68 yards against Seattle. Mm-hmm. So I think he's going to be a very good waiver pickup for you out there. Like I said, this is off sleeper app, only 11% rostered percentage, so that's going to be a good waiver wire look right there.
Yes, I agree. Next injury, Jameis Winston, torn ACL.
R.I.P. Jameis.
Poor guy.
He was doing decent too.
Yeah, but you guys, you know why I like him? Did you see him celebrating with his team after the game?
Yeah,
like he wasn't.
That video of him on the crutches.
He's not selfish at all.
I love Jameis.
Like Cam Newton would have been in the corner,
pouting,
tweeting in his cryptic language.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Cam Newton's cool.
No, he's not.
If you can tweet like that,
there's a reason why no team wants to sign him.
Because he's not good anymore.
No, because he's not cool.
Last year, I had false hope after a couple weeks with the Patriots. I was like, oh, wait, Cam Newton's still good. Let's go. And then drop off.
So I'm guessing most situations, Jameis going down isn't going to affect you. But if you're in a 2 quarterback
league,
I would hop on
Trevor Siemian.
But honestly, I would like Kirk Cousins.
Ooh, in a 2 quarterback league, Kirk Cousins isn't going to be available.
Yeah, sometimes.
You never know. It depends on how many teams are in your league. Because in our 12-team league, 2 quarterback league on Yahoo, like the best available quarterback right now is Ben Roethlisberger, Trevor Siemian, Trey Lance.
Might eventually start again.
Who knows? But it's just if you're in, like I said, if you're in 2-quarterback league, it's scarce. You just got to find the best. I would really look at Trevor Siemian if he's going to end up being the starter in New Orleans. Or, I mean, Taysom Hill, depending on whenever he comes back.
He's still out.
He is still out. Has not played since week 5. But once he comes back, you know Sean Payton's going to want to do a lot with him with a backup quarterback in there. Unless Trevor Siemian comes out and just balls next week. I don't know who they play. Let me check real quick.
Arizona.
Atlanta.
I knew it was the A team.
It's very possible that he could come out and throw for 300 yards.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, he showed some things. He's been a starter in the league before. He showed some things when he came in against Tampa. They obviously won that game. Defense helped a lot, but I think Trevor Siemian is going to be a good waiver wire ad if you were. And I feel like most people who had Jameis Winston were in a 2-quarterback league anyways, or it was a bye week waiver ad. So you're going to have to be looking at deeper guys. And like I said, I think Trevor Siemian could do pretty well.
I agree. All right. Last injury on our list. Obviously, there was probably more, but we really just want to talk about the big injuries on this show. I don't even want to say his name.
Derrick Henry, he got hurt.
That's all we're going to say.
Look, and we were just saying this right before the show started. He got hurt. He went to the sideline in the second quarter, and they had his shoe off, and they were looking at his foot. Obviously, he was in pain. He did not look good.
I was nervous, and then they said,
he's quarter,
fine. He's fine.
And he still finished with 28 carries in the game. If you're going to be mad at someone, look, I'm trying to shift the blame off of me.
It's you.
But if you're going to be mad at someone real, be mad at the Titans. Obviously, their offense runs through him. I mean, I'm just going to go through some rushing attempts from week 2 on. 35, 28, 33, 29, 20, 29, and 28. Those are insane numbers. I have a graph right here, a stat right here. Joe Mixon is second in the league in rushing attempts. Derrick Henry has nearly 75 more rushing attempts than him. That's insane. The volume in which they used him. Like, I know you're giving me that look. It was sustainable up to a point.
I almost canceled Cave Chatter.
I feel like they were just playing with fire every week, just like, all right, hand it to the big guy. He's 6'3", he's 250. He can't get hurt.
I almost took a whole week off.
This is what happens.
And just had
a
moment of silence.
I'll do it myself. I don't care.
I was so sad.
I'll do it myself.
But yes, Derrick Henry going down. Go after McNichols, Adrian Peterson.
Man, Adrian Peterson. Dude is...
You gotta just hope for the best.
Dude is 36 years old.
Okay.
Tom Brady's 44. Means? Yeah, that's a different position. The running backs are getting hit every game. The quarterbacks are trying their best not to get hit.
Well, obviously, Adrian needs money if he's...
I mean, he played last year. Obviously, in Detroit, they were awful. He has not played this year. He did not have a single 100-yard game last year.
Neither has Swift.
If you're in a PPR league, he provides no dual threat in terms of catching the ball out of the backfield. He's not a pass-catching running back. They're literally hoping... I don't even know what they're going to do. I don't know. That's just I feel like a wait-and-see kind of situation.
They're about to make a trade tomorrow.
That's going to be the big thing is, do they make a move? Because they're 5-2 right now.
Yeah.
I believe they're the number 1 seed in the AFC.
Yes.
Let me double check real quick.
I'm pretty sure they took the lead yesterday.
Oh, well, they're tied. Oh, they're 6-2. They're 6-2 because they have not had their bye yet. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, they're 6-2, and they're currently the number 1 seed in the AFC, and the who knows who's the best team in the AFC. The thing is just they're beating up on each other every week. So they feel like they have to do something because Derrick Henry is likely out for the season. What?
I don't think so.
Why?
Because the guy is a Superman, and I give him 4 weeks.
You're just... You're hoping that. You don't believe that. We're here to tell people
He's
some
a
real
monster.
information.
4 weeks.
So I've got something for you here. This is not going to be fun for you. From the years 2010 through 2015 in the NFL, 42 players had the Jones fracture injury, which is what Derrick Henry had. Everyone had surgery for it. 15 of those 42 returned to the field less than 10 weeks after the surgery. Mm-hmm. So 15 players played less than 10
Were they
weeks.
6'5", 280?
9 of those 15 had to have a second surgery because they re-injured themselves. Mm-hmm. Everybody else who waited after 10 weeks only had... So there was 27 players who was out longer than 10 weeks. Only 4 of those players required a second surgery.
Yeah.
So...
Did these guys pick cornerbacks up by their jerseys and throw them?
Look, Adrian Peterson, the guy they just picked up. Remember when he tore his ACL and was back on the field 9 months later, and everybody thought that was the craziest thing that had ever happened at the time.
And he's a freak of nature like Derrick Henry.
I know, but this type of injury that he has, it's very easy. Even after surgery, even after rest, rehab, it's still an injury that you could re-aggravate and break again.
As long as he's back by week 14 for playoffs.
So we are in
I'll be in good shape.
We are in week 8 right now.
Yep. He can be back.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks till the end of the regular season.
I'm talking about fantasy playoffs.
Right. 10 weeks from now is week 18. That's the last set of games.
Yeah, week 14 is fantasy
I would
playoffs.
hope that you don't play in a league where the final week of the season is the fantasy championship. If you do, I'm sorry. You're in the Stone Age.
He will be back week 14.
He would have to be... literally the only time he could be back for you is if you make the championship game without him and then hope that he's back for that one game.
I'm going to suit him up.
Right. If somehow you make it to the championship and he comes back, by all means, play him. I just, A, don't see him coming back that fast, and B, don't think anybody minus Derrick Henry is going to make their championship. Unless you play in a 6-team league.
What are you talking about? I still have Diggs, Pittman, Josh Allen, Deontay Johnson.
Tell us your running backs.
My running backs are Cordero Patterson. We know how I feel about him.
And
Chase Edmonds.
Non-PPR.
That's fine.
Okay. If you think you can win with that, then just so everyone knows, this is coming from the same guy who was all doom and gloom hours ago.
I got Derek Gore now.
My season's over.
New Derek in
my
town.
life is over. I've got Derrick Henry. Oh, everything's over.
Now I have Derek Gore.
I'm just giving you facts.
Tyreek Hill.
He's not going to be back this season.
I really need Kelsey out of the game.
And if anything, if say week 16, 17, so that's 8 weeks from now, why would they play him?
To go to the Super Bowl?
No, I'm saying, but that would be in the regular season.
Yeah.
They're 6-2 right now. They are playing a bad division. They don't have a tough schedule going forward. They're still going to be able to get wins without Derrick Henry. They're going to have their division locked up by then, I would imagine. There's no reason to even play him at that point. Because if he comes back for the postseason, that's good for the Titans, but that has no relevance to you in fantasy, you know?
Yeah.
I think if I have Derrick Henry in a
you don't know what
redraft
it
league,
feels like.
I probably stash him on IR just in case. But my brain is telling me you can drop him because he's not coming back, you know?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Why are they not giving Kelsey the football?
Giants must be doing a good job of doubling him or bracketing him or something.
Yeah. All right. Enough about Henry's injury. Next segment. Discussions for the cave. Let's bring up some energy in this room. Derrick Henry bringing down the doom and gloom. Bringing it out of us.
Yeah.
First discussion. I know this is going to light Cameron up, so I already know I'm getting ready for this argument.
It's not because I already know. It's just that...
Are the Packers the best team of football? We took down the best team of football.
Maybe.
So I think that deserves to be best team in football until someone beats us.
I mean, technically, I would agree with you on that's how it should
If it was
work.
the Cowboys.
But this is the NFL, man. Especially in the NFC.
We just beat undefeated Arizona Cardinals. No one else could do that. Without Javonte Adams.
I get it.
And everyone has said Packers are nothing. They're going to get destroyed.
Nobody said they're nothing. But
Y'all
what I'm
did.
saying is 4 teams in the NFC have only 1 loss. 4 teams in the AFC have only 2 losses. Mm-hmm. The top 8 teams in the NFL.
But who beat the undefeated team?
If that's all you want to go by, then sure.
Without their best receiver.
Then sure. The Cowboys just won a game without their quarterback.
Okay.
That to me
against
is
the
more
Vikings.
impressive. Now you could argue quality of opponent, yes. But would I rather have no receivers or no quarterback? Give me no receivers all day. As long as I have my starting quarterback in there,
I'm not
I'll
talking
feel
about
good.
the Texas
I know.
Longhorns.
No, but we obviously we gave the stat last week. Aaron Rodgers was what was the stat on
17
his record?
touchdowns, 1 interception.
His record without Javonte.
6-0.
So now 7-0.
Yeah.
So
But he was 2-4, 2-5 against the Cardinals.
yeah, I know that's another thing. As I thought against the Cardinals, that's just the team. But look, their defense played great against.
If they played that all year, we're gonna be.
It was pretty interesting to see. So obviously the Packers were without Devontae and Allen Lazard. Mm-hmm. So their top 2 receivers. Hopkins went out very early in that game. It didn't come back in until the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But without Hopkins in there, Arizona's offense just shut down. Mm-hmm. It's like Kyler back there just was panicking. I don't know I don't watch enough Arizona games to know, just because they're usually not like one of the main national TV games. So
That game was so much fun.
but yeah, no, I imagine. I've never been to an NFL game, but it looked like it was a lot of fun. It was packed in there. What? Why are you giving me that look?
I don't think you meant to say that.
What?
You've never been to an NFL football game?
Yeah, no. Never.
What?
Yeah. Cowboys, dude, their tickets are so expensive here.
What? I did not know that. We're going to a game like in 2 weeks then.
Okay.
I did not know that.
Ooh, there we go. Live reactions, Cave Chatter, live reactions.
I did not know that. We'll fix that.
But yeah, no, I was just saying that it looked like a lot of fun. You obviously traveled to Arizona to go watch that game on Thursday night. Okay.
It started at 5.
Yeah, I was going to say, what time was it? Because that was weird. They started at 5 p.m. But it's out in Arizona. They don't have real clocks out there. Their time is weird.
They don't have time change.
They don't observe daylight savings.
Yeah.
It's weird. But anyway, so if you just want to go based off of they beat the undefeated team, so they must be the best remaining, you can have that. I'm not going to go based off of that. It was a very impressive win. Yes, I told you last week I did not think they would win. I bet you $100 I did not think they would win.
I know.
They won.
That $100 is now in my
Good for
Venmo.
them. Good for them. I did pay you, right? You got it.
He paid the man.
This man, I paid him right away. 2 hours later, text, hey, where's my money?
Oh my gosh. Please be down.
Travis Kelce finally gets a catch and he fumbles.
He was down. He was down. He was down.
Oh, Kelce. Is he frustrated or what? How are the Chiefs not blowing out the Giants right now? That's just sad.
Oh, hold on. We're going to pause on this.
Sorry, real quick. In time. Oh, that's a fumble.
Man.
That's a fumble.
I hate fantasy.
Kelce, dude. What do you, quickly tell the people what do you need?
10 points from Kelce to win.
Well, he just lost
So now
2 points.
Probably 11.
So, yeah, because the catch.
I am down 186.50 to 176.66.
So you need 9 points,
Yep.
right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you're good. There's a whole quarter left.
So anyways,
Yeah. Anyways,
that game, unreal.
very good.
Arizona, great weather. I highly suggest going to a game there. Stadium is awesome. It's indoor. They had the roof open. Felt great. To lead on to that, Cameron, now that I think about it, we just had this discussion in our group chat. Somehow Cameron always goes to sports games for free. Someone always just invites him. And now I just randomly invite him to an NFL football game. I just thought about that.
It's better.
Is this how you measle your way in?
Dude,
I've never been to a hockey game before.
People like me. So this is what happens whenever you're a good person. People like you. They like being around
Not
you.
once I tell them you ruined their fantasy football season.
No, that's not how it works.
I'm going to take you to Cowboys versus Eagles.
They already played in Dallas. Sorry.
Who's on the Cowboys schedule?
Arizona. Yeah, take me to the Arizona game because you're obviously bad luck for the Cardinals.
I am. In the first week, I had Kyler Murray as my quarterback.
That's true. You did just trade for Kyler Murray.
But I will take it any day because I'm a true, loyal fan.
Yeah, so I think the top of the NFL is just, right now, it's just impossible to decipher between the best teams. Mm-hmm. I mean, look, Green Bay is only 16th in the NFL in points per game on offense. You like that?
I do, considering we played one game without Javonte.
I need to go see what their defense is giving up. Defensively, plus it does. The Packers stats are going to be weird all year because of that 38-3 blowout in week 1.
We got destroyed.
So weird.
Rodgers thrown one interception since.
So the Packers are 24th in points per game defensively. Sorry, I got that reversed. So what would that be on the other way? 8th? They're 8th best defensively in terms of points per game.
They've done good.
9th.
We're sneaky defense.
Cowboys are smack in the middle. Cowboys, you want to know, even after last night, the Cowboys were leading the NFL in points per game up until last night because Dak was out. They only scored 20. So they're 3rd. Buffalo's 1st. Tampa's 2nd. It's just, this is what happens in the NFL. You know, I was thinking that Tampa was the best team in the NFL, even after the Green Bay Arizona game. And then they go in and have a stinker against New Orleans.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's a little different.
That's two stinkers.
It's a divisional rival. Anything can happen in that. I
know. I told y'all the Saints were going to upset them.
And I agreed with you.
After I made the statement.
No, but I didn't know you made the statement. Did you say it on here?
No, I said it in our group chat.
Yeah, so I can't pick. Obviously, you Packers fan, you're gonna say the Packers are the best team in the NFL. Me, Cowboys fan, I'm gonna say the Cowboys are the best team in the NFL.
Yeah.
Go up to Buffalo, they're gonna tell you the Bills are the best in the NFL. Tennessee might not be saying that right now with Derrick Henry out, but it's just,
I don't want to talk about it.
It's just impossible to pick between. The top 5 seeds in the NFC are 7-1, 7-1, 7-1, 6-1, and 6-2. Mm-hmm. The NFC is a bloodbath.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to the playoffs this year. Well, I am, but I'm gonna really hate whenever Cowboys have to play the Rams or the Cardinals at the first round of the playoffs.
You know, if they play the Packers in the playoffs, we're gonna do a live feed.
So the only way it would happen would be in the second round or the NFC Championship, because obviously the Packers are going to win the division. Looks like the Cowboys are going to win the division, barring, obviously as long as everyone stays healthy on both teams. So it's just going to come down to seeding and who gets home field.
Yeah.
Home field is going to be so key in the NFC because only the number 1 seed gets a bye this year.
Yeah.
Because now that they're doing 7 playoff teams, especially with Arizona and LA being tied at 7. Like, one of those 2 teams is going to be a wild card team and have to go on the road in the first round of the playoffs.
It would probably be LA.
They just added Von Miller.
That's right. And they play Adrian Peterson.
No, they play 10. Yeah. 10, I don't know. We were just talking about earlier, and I said Detroit. I thought he was on Detroit. Yeah, so Tennessee, book it. They're going to lose to the Rams this week. Mm-hmm. That's a pretty easy bet right there.
Yep. All right, well, our last discussion for the cave, we've already talked about most of it. So we are going to just jump in straight into our cave nugget. Ooh. And then we'll end on our
Let's go.
last discussion for the cave.
Yeah.
That way, because the last one's kind of like our main segment. Mm-hmm. like our main discussion. So
Our main. Not our main, but our
so
main.
Cave Nugget. What running back? I need you to lock your iPad.
Nope. I'm
turn
literally
it my way.
Like I said, I just look up the score so I know who was on a bye and who played. That's all I do.
You've gotten 4 straight right.
One of them
Weird.
was cheating, obviously, because you sent me the answer on accident.
Okay. So what week 8, besides the Chiefs game, obviously, top 10 running back had 0 receptions.
What a weird, obscure. Top 10 coming into the week.
No, after this week, besides the Chiefs game.
Oh, so they're currently a top 10 on the season?
No, for the week.
Oh, they're top 10 for the week.
And stats with 0
It had
receptions.
0 receptions. What a weird. I don't like this.
In a
Cave
PPR
Nugget.
league. I told you I was gonna make
Well,
your life
yeah,
suck.
you didn't
for
tell
Carson
me you were going to
Henry.
do the most obscure stat in the world. I don't even. I know this isn't right because there's no way he finished in the top 10. Yeah, no, he didn't finish in the top 10. I don't know, like Chuba Hubbard or something. He had a catch.
That's awful big.
I don't know. I don't know. Jonathan, no, he. Tell me. Seattle running back.
You don't know?
Don't give me a sound. No. Play that on yourself. Play it on yourself because that was a bad cave nugget.
Elijah Mitchell.
Oh, okay. Really?
0
no catches.
receptions.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
Is it though? Wonder how many catches he's had coming in. Well, he doesn't catch the ball a lot. He's only got 4
But
receptions on the
still,
season.
PPR top 10, no receptions.
Yeah.
It's big.
Well, be better next week, Justin.
So, I dominated Cameron this week in the Cave Nugget. So,
That's okay.
I got my victory back.
That's
I needed it.
okay.
Much needed victory after Henry's news today. So,
Yeah, it's because you had to pick such an obscure stat just to be right.
well, I figured you were just gonna look at Sleeper anyways and pick.
I told you all I do is look up scores just so I can refresh myself on who played who probably did well.
Yeah.
I've
Sure.
got so much going around up here. If you don't
Keep telling yourself
if I
that.
don't look at that, man, I don't even know where to pull from. You know.
Yeah. All right. Main topic. Discussions for the cave. Last part. Trades, waiver wire. Who do we want to set free? I will say a couple. Cameron will say a couple. And we'll go from there. My number 1 player I want to see set free. Odell Beckham.
Oh,
1 reception. 4 yards.
I believe that was the worst game of his career.
Mm-hmm. I'm a big Odell guy. Yes, off the field, does the guy have some issues? Maybe, but it's his own personal interest.
Hey.
On the field, the Browns have ruined that man's career, and I feel so sorry for him. I need the guy to get set free tomorrow. I even traded for him, picked him up in a couple other leagues, hoping that the man ends up Green Bay, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Who else would need a receiver? Oakland?
New Orleans.
New Orleans?
Oakland?
They don't really... Ruggs.
Las Vegas?
Oh, my bad. Yes. I was like, what? Yes, Las Vegas.
Maybe San Diego might need one. I'm kidding,
So
obviously.
funny. Yeah. Maybe the Oilers.
Nah, you took it too far. The St. Louis Rams,
Maybe if Julio stays out, Tennessee.
I think Tennessee is looking elsewhere right now in terms of trades.
Maybe for Hunt.
Oh, no shot. No shot.
What about Dearness?
Now that is a very, I think, reasonable possibility.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, so my number 1, Odell.
And your preferred destination is the Packers?
Yes.
I would imagine.
100%.
I I don't know why you think the Packers would make a move like that.
They won't even draft
a receiver. They won't even draft one in the first round of the draft. They obviously don't.
Know.
They just watch their quarterback win a road game against an undefeated team without his top 2 wide receivers. Now, why would they go and spend draft capital on a different receiver?
All I'm saying is Odell needs to be set free.
Ingram.
Guess the last time Odell had a 100-yard game?
2019, I'm guessing. Because he didn't last year.
2019, week 6.
Ugh. It's been 2 full years.
Set the man free.
Oh, please.
Let him go.
Baker's the death of that guy.
I feel so bad for him. But yes, that's my number 1. Set him free. Let him fly. Stop wasting his talent. It's burning. I like watching Odell Beckham. He's explosive. Mm-hmm. He's fun to watch. And we get to watch him roll around in brown turd jerseys for 3 years now.
Wow. Brown turd jerseys. Who's your next one?
Next one. You're not going to like this one.
Oh, I bet I am.
Are you sure?
Oh, wait. Are you going to say Tony Pollard? Are you really?
Tony Pollard. There's 3 teams I can think of right now on top of my head that need a running back. Titans. Jaguars, depending on James Robinson. And then Las Vegas.
I think they like Kenyon Drake.
I think they would like Pollard more.
Well, sure. He's better than Kenyon Drake.
Or even the Giants. Bark was out every other game.
Yeah, but again, the problem is most teams nowadays have 2 running backs that they like.
Yeah, I know.
Except Tennessee's just living in the stone
I would just like to see Tony Pollard be an RB1.
Tony Pollard,
I think he's more explosive than Zeke.
I believe has definitely 100% has the skill set to be a number 1 back. They showed a stat in last night's game. He was tied with Derrick Henry and Nick Chubb in terms of yards per carry or average yards after contact, which is a huge stat when it comes to running backs.
Speaking of Ingram, he scored a touchdown. So if you lost Robert, there's
Evan Ingram. I did pick him up a lot. Well, plus they have Kenny Galladay out. They have Tony was back this week.
Yeah.
Sterling Shepard just went down in this game. Right. They have issues on their wide receiver core. I've had Evan Ingram too many times in the past few years. Can't trust him.
All right, so continue on. You're talking about Pollard, RB1. He's explosive.
Yep.
Set the man free. Get him out of jail. Yep. I think. Honestly, I would love to see him land in Tennessee. And I don't even have Pollard in fantasy.
Well, let me
and
just...
there were rumors floating around today.
Let me just tell you right now, right this second, I will bet you $1,000 that Tony Pollard will not get traded.
Adrian Peterson for Tony Pollard.
You're stupid.
Julio Jones for Tony Pollard.
Why?
Because y'all have garbage receivers.
I would say somebody who the Cowboys might trade is Michael Gallup. Gallup's been hurt since week 1.
Yeah, honestly, I would say free all of Cowboys receivers from Dak Prescott.
Man, they're just so bad this year.
Cooper Rush looked way better.
Oh, man, Dak Prescott just throws for 300-400 yards a game. Oh, poor wide receivers. Oh, man. Cooper Rush comes in, throws for 3. Oh, man, those wide receivers.
Oh, technically, Cooper Rush won the game for the Cowboys, not any of the receivers. That throw to Cooper was perfect.
Yeah, no. Don't get me wrong. He had a couple good throws in the game. The touchdown to Cedric Wilson was a great throw over the middle. Touchdown to Cooper was a great throw in the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
I mean, every other throw was wide open.
Anyways, we're not going to be drilling over the Cowboys in this podcast.
We can. We can.
Ever.
I would love to.
Those are my 2 players I'd like to see set free.
Yeah, it's just, you like that, but Tony
Obviously,
Pollard.
I don't think Tony Pollard's really going to go anywhere. But this was my discussion, and I feel like it's time to let the guy go be his own person.
It ain't going to happen. You know why it ain't going to happen? Because they're going to cut Zeke. Save some of that money.
They ain't going to cut Zeke. They love that dude.
They should.
They would not do that to Zeke.
You know how much money he's making? It's
Yeah,
insane.
I know. I've talked about it with you multiple times.
It's frustrating.
All right, so those are my two.
Yes.
What you got?
So, one of them is going to be different. So, my number one...
So we have the same.
No, sorry. I mean, it's not somebody who I want to see traded. It's someone who I want his other guy to get traded. So,
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Javonte Williams in Denver. I would like to see Tennessee give a ring over to Denver, who just traded Von Miller today. So they're 4-4 right now. Mm-hmm. They're like, hey, I don't see this going on. They play the Cowboys this week. They know that's another L that they're going to be getting on the record. I think that obviously Von Miller getting traded today, they might be unloading some pieces before the deadline tomorrow. I would like to see Melvin Gordon be gone in Denver. Uh-oh.
Amber.
Uh-oh. What's she saying?
I don't know. Are you going to turn yours off?
Oh, is that me? I thought that was you. Sorry. I think that is you.
That's your iPad.
Your iPad. So, anyways. Sorry, Amber called us. They've not been splitting carries. It's been about 60-40 right now, Melvin Gordon. But, I mean, in
He's
terms
not
of...
going anywhere.
In terms of yards
You
per...
just said it yourself. Teams love running two running backs.
Well, Tennessee calls him up and says, hey, Melvin Gordon, he's not playing bad this year. What do you want for him? We'll take a third or fourth round pick. All right. Here's our third or fourth round pick. Give us Melvin Gordon. I don't think it's going to happen.
Mahomes just rolled his ankle.
He's running onto the field right now. He's fine. Javonte Williams has been really good in the limited amount of time that he's been given. I obviously am a little partial because we've talked about him from the beginning of this show in our preseason rankings, in our rookie rankings.
He's high up there.
He's really good. Last week was his first time under 4 yards per carry since week 3. He's had 6.5 yards per carry, 7.5 yards per carry, 4.5, and 5. Dude, man, when he gets the ball in his hands, they don't give him enough carries because they like Melvin Gordon, who has several games under 5 yards per carry. But selfishly, I think it's time because we all thought it would be about mid-season that Javonte would take over the backfield. But I'll give Melvin Gordon credit. He's looked good in the time that he's been in there. Denver obviously has not been that great throwing the ball, so they like having the two running backs. But yeah. I think Javonte can handle the workload. He can they both catch the ball pretty well in the backfield. But a little selfishly, but also based on what my eyes see, based on what the stats say, I would like to see Javonte Williams get a much heavier workload. We see other rookies around the league succeeding. I mean, Najee Harris obviously is doing well with the full workload. Michael Carter is starting to get an increased workload in New York, and he's doing really well.
Yeah.
So
he had a good game. Really big game.
Michael Carter had the best game of his career so far.
93 yards receiving.
Yeah.
That's
I love Michael Carter.
really good.
So that's going to be my one. My other one, who I'm surprised you didn't pick, but since you didn't pick, I will pick him, is going to be Marlon Mack.
That was on my list.
Yep, and I know it was. Again, a little bit of a selfish pick because I have Jonathan Taylor in one of my big money leagues, and you know how high I am on Jonathan Taylor. You know how frustrating it is whenever he has
Hines even gets touches.
Whenever he has to come out, gosh. But I mean, Marlon Mack is still they've been doing not necessarily a 3 running back tier, but obviously Jonathan Taylor's getting the bulk of the work. Nyheim Hines had usually been coming in on the third downs or the obvious passing situations. Mm-hmm. But Marlon Mack has still gotten some runs in some series. He'll play full series out there. So get him out. And he's only 25 years old. He's 2 years, I believe, removed from... that was last year that he tore his Achilles. Right? Yeah. Early in the year. That's right. And... he already...
I drafted him like 3rd round.
Yeah. He already a couple weeks... Remember, we even talked about it a little bit a couple weeks ago where he was in some trade rumors or they had held him out...
He asked to be traded.
They had held him out a little bit because he had asked to be traded.
They said he's not going to get traded.
I just don't see why.
For one, why would you trade a running back to a divisional team that just lost their starting running back?
That's the only... Obviously, you don't... typically want to
help if he's your rival.
If he's your 3rd running back, obviously you don't see much in him. right? Even
Yeah,
though there is a lot there.
You
in
love
him.
seeing Henry go down if you're anyone in that division. You obviously don't love seeing anyone go down.
Right,
But you
but
love having the opportunity
Right.
to actually beat the Titans for
Right.
once.
Right. But
So
who knows if they, you know, I mean,
if
look,
I was them, I would freaking dangle that guy in front of them like for all the draft picks in the world.
I mean, dude's 2 years removed from 1,000 yards.
yeah,
season.
that's what I mean. He's solid running back.
Had 900 yards the year before.
Yeah.
He's a good running back. Again, it's selfish because I have Jonathan Taylor in a big league, and Jonathan Taylor should get Jonathan Taylor can catch the ball out of the backfield, you know? And they finally started to do that.
Yeah, but what if they just don't want him to end up like Henry, since you think somebody who gets the ball every play is supposed to get hurt?
No, you don't have to give him the ball every play.
He would.
You know, because you can still keep Naheem Hines, whatever. Give Marlon Mack. If it's a 2 running back and you give Taylor about 80, 20, 70, 30 percentage, I'm happy with that. Right now, it's been slowly increasing. Excuse me. His snap percentage has gone up every week since week 4. 51, 52, up to 65, up to 69%. Last week against Tennessee, he was on the field for 74% of snaps. So it's slowly, they're figuring it out. He's had at least 3 catches in 4 of the last 5 games.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor.
All right.
I remember we were doing our panic or patience, and I was like, I'm a little panicked on Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, I told you to relax.
Since then, I wasn't panicked on him. I was panicked on the Colts not giving him the ball. But since then, he's delivered.
He has. Kelsey doesn't even know where he's supposed to go on a play, dude. He's lost.
So, oh my gosh. So I saw New York score that touchdown, but I didn't realize, that ball hit the ground. I didn't realize that took the lead.
Yeah, he took the lead.
Oh, no.
I agree. Those are both really good set me free picks. I would think, off my opinion, Odell's a top one out of all those. Just because the guy's career's just gone down in flames. And then number 2 would be Melvin.
How old
for
is Odell?
Williams owners.
Yes.
So plus for perks for Williams owners. Odell's 28, I think.
28.
Is it true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just seems so much older
I know
than
my
that, doesn't
players,
he?
man. People
He's
think
been in the league for 7 years now.
I can almost name everyone's ages in the league.
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore, 24. Is he?
Damn it.
Yeah, that's right. It's okay. That's an easy word.
Hold on.
Really? You're gonna? I just got 2 in a row. You're gonna call me out more?
Yeah, Mike Williams.
Mike Williams. He is younger than Keenan Allen.
Okay.
26.
Oof.
Yeah.
27. Yeah.
Keenan Allen's 31.
He is 31.
See?
I believe.
Yeah.
But you only know that because I just gave him to you. Oh, he's 29. Yeah.
Cordell's 29 too, right?
Who cares about Cordell?
Cordero. All right.
Only you.
Oh no, Cordell's 31. My bad.
Yeah. He's at least in his 30. I don't have him pulled up.
But yes, I think this was a very fun episode. It wasn't just your typical rankings, fantasy rankings, but it kind of gave us an insight of what's going on around the league. Mm-hmm. Once again, we do appreciate y'all tuning in. We love all of our followers, our listeners. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, subscribe, hit that button at the bottom. We truly do appreciate y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Last thing, I am going to be sending out a tweet and an Instagram post about which game next weekend they want us to live feed and do a play-by-play. Kind of like Eli and Peyton.
Manning cast.
Yeah.
A cave cast.
Cave cast.
Dude, I'm so good with the names. Let's
so
go.
that's what we're going to do next week. I haven't told you that, but
well, good.
that's the plan. So Sunday, I'm going to tweet out a selection of games. So it's like afternoon.
Don't give us any duds.
So I think it'd be fun. We'll probably have to do it on, I'm guessing, Discord or like Facebook Live or something, or Instagram Live.
Instagram Live on the cave chatter.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
YouTube does live, but I don't know if we can.
We don't have enough subscribers yet.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah, so TBD on that, but we will actually be doing that. I'm going to send out a tweet. I think it'll be fun. But that's what I got.
Yeah, get some insight on how we act during NFL Sunday.
It's a little wild.
Do you want it to be a Cowboys or a Packers game? Because
No.
I don't know that I want people
It's going to be a
seeing me like that.
non-biased game.
There we go. Fair.
non-biased game. So, but that's what I got for
Yeah,
y'all.
and then-
you got anything else for them?
Well, just, send any questions in. We love answering any questions. We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah,
But-
I'm gonna start asking more.
Yeah, we'll send some polls or send some of the on Instagram. You can put the little question thing. Send us all your questions. We love helping. That's one of my favorite things. Whenever we were doing it before the season started, so
Yeah.
I'd like to get back into doing that.
It's just a little harder now because games have already been played.
Yeah,
So it's like
yeah,
we're not really helping them much.
yeah. It obviously is going to be more
For
like
next week.
big picture or
Yeah.
the following week decisions.
Yes.
Things like that.
Yep. But awesome. Well, I'm Justin.
I'm Cameron.
Later.
Peace.